French government undertaking initiative to get more Grenadian students in French universities.
We truly believe that this program can be integrated in the curriculum of Grenada's secondary schools. It will provide great opportunities because French universities offer first-rate quality studies and training at nearly no cost.
Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I am Rikisha St. Louis. A group of students from Grenada could soon access higher education in France through a program being initiated by the government of France with implementation support from the Alliance Française. The plan was outlined by Grenada's new resident ambassador, Mr. Philippe Ardenaz, when he presented his credentials to Governor-General Dame Cécile Lagrenade on Tuesday.
We are presently working on a program which will offer an opportunity to a larger group of students to access French higher education. The program, which allows students to gradually reach the French language level required to register in our universities. We truly believe that this program can be integrated in the curriculum of Grenada's secondary schools. It will provide great opportunities because French universities offer first-rate quality studies and training at nearly no cost due to the fact that the government bears the cost of public universities.
On another subject, Mr. Ardenaz says trade and investment must also be more fully explored between both countries.
When I see the figures concerning exchanges of goods between France and Grenada, around 4 million euros a year, I strongly believe we can do better, especially being so close neighbors. I'm then fully committed in helping to strengthen the commercial exchanges between Grenada and France, and I look forward to be able to promote in my country the opportunities of investment in Grenada.
Governor-General Dame Cécile says France continues to be helpful to Grenada in a number of areas since the establishment of diplomatic relations in July 1974.
We thank you for your continued generous contribution to the European Development Fund, through which Grenada receives much developmental assistance. Your Excellency, Grenada will continue to work together with France on issues of mutual concern as we work towards deepening the relationship between our two countries.
The trade advisor to the Commonwealth Secretariat has commended government for taking another positive step to propel the country's economy onto a growth trajectory that supports poverty reduction and trade expansion. Ms. Olienka Bandeli was addressing the recent launch of the Grenada National Export Strategy, a 2017 to 2021 document designed to boost Grenada's exports. The strategy was developed with assistance from the Commonwealth Secretariat. Ms. Bandeli says, like other countries, Grenada must ensure that it positions itself to take advantage of global trade.
We need to be aware that many countries around the world are positioning themselves around protecting their standards of living in the face of a rising South. We hear many of those debates on global networks about how to protect and maintain, if not protect, maintain what we have and develop what we have, in whichever language that is stated, but it's well known. And this is in the context of a rising South, particularly China and India, but there are many countries within the rising South that are propelling global trade. So if most countries of the world understand this, it's also the right of Grenada to understand this and to position itself accordingly to avoid any risk of future stagnation.
The strategy focuses on 6 priority areas: agriculture and fisheries, creative industries, health and wellness, maritime and yachting services, tourism and professional services. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
The Children's Carnival Frolic returns to the National Stadium on Saturday, August 5th. And this year, it's no exception to the fun and frolic experienced by our nation's children as they parade in colorful revelry. It's fancy masks, steel pen, calypso show.
I love Carnival. I love my mask.
It's the Children's Carnival Frolic, National Stadium. Starting time 11 a.m. Admission adults $20, children pay $10. More at the door. So don't miss out on this sizzling array of colors. It's mass, pan, and calypso. The Children's Carnival Frolic. Saturday, August 5th. Bring your kids, bring every child, and have a ball.
Grenada joined in the commemoration of Emancipation Day on August the 1st. On Tuesday, the Grenada Cultural Foundation visited two sites in the area now known as the Police Barracks, where African slaves were washed and prepared for transport to the Market Square before their freedom in 1838. Wreaths were laid at both sites and a monument was unveiled at the Market Square by Culture Minister Senator Brenda Hood. Playwright Ricardo Kings Douglas read the proclamation.
An act for carrying into effect the provisions of an Act of the Imperial Parliament of Great Britain and Ireland, passed in the 3rd and 4th years of the reign of His present Majesty, King William IV, for the abolition of slavery throughout the British colonies, and to make further provision for the purpose of the said Act mentioned on the 29th December 1834. It is hereby enacted by the above authority that as of August the 1st, 1838, all persons held as slaves on the island of Grenada are now and forever free. To planters, the construct of the Abolition Act is that all slaves shall become absolutely and unconditionally free, and that you have no further claim upon those who were your slaves for any services as apprentices or otherwise.
Newly ordained Bishop Father Clyde Harvey explained that freedom is something that has to be earned.
They're still trying to make you believe that freedom is their gift, and it is never anybody's gift. If you do not take your freedom, nobody will give it to you. And that is something that we know, and that is something that the Catholic Church has had to learn. But how do we live it? How do we live it? That's the big question. And each day, each and every one of us has to search our own heart and look at the ways in which we remain dependent, even when we claim to be free.
The Emancipation celebrations moved to St. Andrew in collaboration with the St. Andrew's Development Organization, SEDO, on Monday with the display of booths, beauty pageant, and Emancipation March through the streets, among others. And that's the National Report. I am Rikisha St. Louis.